There we go. All right, we are live and welcome to the channel and the stream. My name is Protagonist, and tonight we are going to be looking at LinkVortex on Hack the Box. We will be attempting this blind as we usually do, and we'll be learning more hacking skills together. So yeah, welcome Big Neck, and thank you for coming in. I like your profile picture. It's great. Yeah, so there is a bit of an issue with Twitch. I don't know. I'm going to have to spend a bit of time figuring out what's wrong with it, because for some reason people say that they can only hear, but they can't get any video. They only have audio. So yeah, welcome Zerzex to the stream. We have a packed house tonight, packed at least for me. So yeah. Well, let me know how you are all doing and how you're feeling tonight, whether you had a good weekend or not, whether it's the end of your weekend or the start of your week, whatever it is. It's good to be here on a Monday night here in Australia. Yeah. Let me know where you are watching from. And as usual, I will need to put my son to bed at some point in the next half hour. But apart from that, we will be able to get onto the hacking. All right, well, let's get the show on the road. Hi Dan, and hi Big Neck. Welcome from India, and welcome fellow Australian. Welcome to the stream. It's so nice to see another Aussie here. We need to make sure that these Aussies are taking over some of the internets. Because there's a lot of Americans there, a lot of Canadians, not a lot of Australians. So, all right. Well, let's get this started. Tonight we're going to be doing this machine, LinkVortex. I haven't prepared, as usual, for this machine. So we'll see how far we can get just by sheer brute force and will. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions regarding the box or regarding anything that I'm doing. Drop them in the chat. I will stop and I will try to answer them. Also, if you have any questions regarding cybersecurity in general, I may be a tiny bit ahead of you in the journey, or you might be new to the industry and wanting to know, what's my thoughts on whatever. And yeah, I can give my 2 cents worth. Yeah, cool. Well, let's get this started. I will get Notion up. So what I like to do is I'll have my notes here. We will name this the name of the box, LinkVortex. And we will need to grab this IP address as well. I like to chuck that in here. We have an easy machine. It is a Linux box, I believe. Yep, Linux. We're on Hack the Box. And yeah. So I just have this what's it called? Template here, which has like a part for network scans, a thing for services, any lessons learned, any write-ups, user related resources. I like to do that just to put stuff in places for myself. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to get my virtual machine. Let's close all this. We'll need to restart this. And let's add a couple of workspaces. All right. I had a problem problem last time with my VPN. No, we want to kill 2513 2525. Cool. And we'll move into Hack the Box. We will make a directory called LinkVortex. And we will start up tmux. All right. Just going to connect to the VPN. Actually, let's rename this one to VPN so we know. Alrighty. So let's get this full screen so it's a bit cleaner. All right, so now what I like to do is I like to split my screen like this. Go about here so you guys can see everything. Alrighty. So now we will want to do an Nmap scan. But first I need to see what that IP address was. 10.10.11.47. So we do a -p dash for all ports, SV for scripts and enumeration. We want to focus on our open ones, minimum rate of 5,000 packets a second, and I want verbose because I like to be able to see what's happening. So as usual, we have our port 80 and 22. 22 is SSH, as we know, and port 80 is our web server, generally. It may be something else, but yeah. While that's happening, because it is a web server, I'm going to launch Kaido. Kaido is a Burp Suite alternative. It's free and it's pretty decent. So I encourage people to use it because it has a lot of the features of Burp Suite, but you don't have to pay $500 US for it. And you can save your history, so you'll be able to still do stuff, turn off your VM or your computer, and then come back to it. Yeah, so at the moment, Dan Lincoln asked me, what's the job market like for pen testers in Australia at the moment? It's not great, to be honest. It's easier to do blue team at the moment, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. I'm currently still working blue with a bit of pen testing thrown in there. I've got a pen test coming up in a couple of weeks, which will be good. But yeah, we'll see. All right, so we have a host here. Let me get that. So obviously SSH, as we thought. We have an Apache web server on port 80. It didn't follow the redirect to linkvortex.htb. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this to our Etsy host files. Vim, Etsy host, and we need a sudo on the front of that. And 10, 10, 11. What was that? 47. Alrighty. So now we'll run this scan again so that it can perform all of its scans properly, now that it can resolve to the actual domain. So link vortex.htb. Right, so we have, let me just make sure that's fully loaded. All right, your trusted source for detailed, easy to understand computer parts info. This is bit by bit. So a couple of things we can already gather here, where there's a sign up here. We have powered by Ghost. I know that Ghost is a CMS, a content management system. Ghost. There we go. So we have a version here, 5.5. So let's note that down. So we got 80 HTTP web server. All right. Running Apache, running Ghost, I think it's a CMS, 5.58. And we will take a screenshot of that. There. So the portal doesn't actually take us anywhere. Can we... let's see. This is just a typical thing. I don't think this is actually anything here, this button. Yeah, no, it's just a ghost thing. All right, let's see if there's anything interesting here. We have this web mention thing. What is that? Nothing. So we have an article here by an author called Admin. They've written a couple of things. I don't think there's anything there so far. All right, let's see. Oh, I didn't actually need to do that. There we go. So let's copy this over. Over here, we'll change this over to that. You can see. All right. so we have so we have disallowed entries from the robots. We have our Ghost 5.58 bit by bit hardware. That's it so far. So what we want to do is we'll want to do, I'll leave that there. I might do some directory brute forcing. First, and then we'll do our virtual host enumeration. Discovery web content 2.3 medium. All right, send that off. Okay, we get a 301. So we want to filter the size. We don't want anything with 0. And then that should give us stuff. So we have assets so far. Dan Lincoln asked me if I have the OSCP or is it something I'm working towards? Yeah, so I don't actually have the OSCP yet. I would like to get it. I'd like to sit it later on this year. So we'll see. I haven't bought the content or anything yet. It's something that I'm kind of working towards slowly. I've almost finished the Hack the Box Academy pen tester pathway. That was my first goal, was to get through that. And then after that, in the second half of the year, depending on how things go, to sit my OSCP. So buy the 3-month thing and then do it. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. All right, so we have, I'm going to guess there's going to be a README. What's this? Why'd you do that? What about license? That's really annoying when it does that. Oh, there you go. So that. Yeah, so we know that they're using, because this is not a fairly old machine. This is a pretty newish machine, retired recently. We know they're using an old version of Ghost because it's a 2022 version. So with that said, let's have a look. Ghost 5.58 vulnerability. So we have an arbitrary file read. That's the first GitHub thing. Yeah, arbitrary file read is that. Access restriction bypass. All right, let's have a look at that. Hi, Lady the Killer. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so affected versions of this package are vulnerable to arbitrary file read, which allows authenticated users to upload files that are symlinks. This can be exploited to perform an arbitrary file read of any file on the host operating system. Site administrators can check for exploitation of this issue by looking for unknown symlinks within Ghost content folder. All right. Yeah, content management system. All right. So Ghost is an open source content management systems. Versions prior to 5.59.1 allow authenticated users to upload files that are symlinks. This can be exploited to perform an arbitrary file read of any file on the host operating system. It is recommended that site administrators check for exploitation of this issue by looking for symlinks, unknown symlinks, in the content folder. All right, so we need an authenticated user account for this. That's going to be our first little hurdle. All right, so does that mean do they have an admin? No. Ghost CMS login page. Sign in. All right. Sorry, I saw here that you need to go to sign in. Might be wrong, but no, I'm wrong. Is it just because there's no... Let's see. Is it Ghost? Ah, there we go. Ghost admin. There we go. All right, so what can we infer here? We've got our admin user. Do we get any information about them? Let's see. We don't have permission, obviously. Let's see. Let's try default credentials. So is this... Does this mean we need to bypass? Or is it improper access control? this. All right. Just give me a second. I'll be back. I need to go put my son to bed. See you guys in a second. Alrighty, so we are back. We are back. All right. So affected versions of this package are vulnerable to access restriction bypass. It allows contributors to view draft posts of other users via that. That's not what we need. So what else is there? Is there another one? That's 2015. I just need to make sure that I didn't miss this. Okay, we didn't get given credentials. All right. Can we retrieve other users? Is that an endpoint? No. So we need to get credentials somehow. Oh, stop it. linkvortex.hdb test. All right, so I'm guessing, let me just change that to that. Just need to check another. Okay, so we have admin test TCE. All right, cool. So we do have a link vortex.html user. All right. And this is something like if I was on a pen test, this is something I would bring up as a lower finding, but something that's important. We're able to enumerate what users are on this machine, on this platform through this. All right, so we have an admin user there. How are we going to go about getting the username, the password? I mean, we can just brute force it. I'm not a fan of brute forcing. Yeah, let's. They went to a bit of effort doing this up, so I wonder if it's worth, like, do we crawl this website and make passwords based off the content of the websites? But there's just like so much random stuff on here. This is something that we might be able to get from here. Where are you? There, that. We want to send that to automate. All right, we'll add this. A simple list. We want to load it from file. Now, let's not use a crazy list. Where is sec list? Passwords. do this one. And we'll run that. That's nothing. I'm guessing what we're looking for is like a 401. We don't want a 502 like these ones are. While we wait for that, I'll check what's going on in chat. What are your thoughts on bug bounty? Bug bounty is great. I think they're good for companies. I think they take a lot of persistence. I've never done bug bounties. I've tried a couple of times and I just really struggle to pick a target and stick with it for a long enough time because I only have a few hours a week to actually commit to it. So for me, I much prefer like the pen testing side of things because it's just, you know, here's a target for a certain amount of time and you get to work on it every day until it's done. Yeah, but that's just me. I know some people really thrive under the pressure, I guess, of I just just killed myself in doing this. I need to stop that. We'll cancel this. That's really annoying. What happened to my music? Oh. All right. So that got ruined. Oh, you know what we didn't do? This is still going. Let's have a look at Ghost CMS structure. Um, Don't think that's going to be helpful. I don't think this is going to find anything else for us. So what I'm going to do is what have we got here? Yeah, let's do that. Ten, 11, 47 was it? And then we do host. Now, I don't think this is going to give us anything, mainly because we have the admin page there, but you know, you never know. So we have a dev. There we go. Prove me wrong. Sudo vim etc host. This is the thing with any kind of hacking. Sometimes you get stuck and you're not really sure what to do next. You just need to enumerate more, which is like most of the time what you need to do. All right, so now let's try that. All right, so we have that there. I'm pretty certain that's going to be it. So what I'm going to do is brute force for this. Question is, what is this? Nope. Did that give us anything? Don't think so. What we can do is we can search for text. Got anything so far? Oh, hi, Henky Lodwig. Welcome to the stream. That was a little bit ago, but anyone got any thoughts on what we should do next? Since we are slowly moving forward, but it's a bit painful. Because these things, like, there's nothing really here. Yeah, so the problem with this one is it's not going to let me try to do it unless there's a way to what does that do? Okay, so we had an email error. So we can't send the reset. The problem why I can't really brute force this is because there is a like a mitigation against that to stop me from doing that. I don't want to kill the server. Let's also do UDP scan because we haven't done that yet. Seems to be dropping in and out every few seconds. Is that my voice? Because I'm not really talking a lot at the moment. I don't know whether it's during me talking or what. It's good if we know the application running on that login page. Yeah, so we do know what it is. It's Ghost. It is vulnerable to this vulnerability. But we need a username and password. That's really not good. I wonder what it'd be. I do have a statistic here that says I've dropped quite a few frames, so it might just be that. It does have an open source. There's just no... I don't know, maybe... config. The thing is, like, I was thinking maybe there'll be default credentials, but I don't actually think that there are default credentials. Two methods. Those are like hosted. Can I just sign up? No. What if we... Let's go back to this. And we try this. Because this might give us a bit more. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. The Git. Bro. Thank you. So this is the dev one. Cool. All right, so we can... Cool. What was that? There's a... Git there's a tool that we can use. What is it? .git downloader. CLI. Oh, I don't remember. That's all right. We don't really need it. Config. Okay, so we know that this is the file for, man, words are not happening. Git dumper. Thank you. Thank you. Do I have that? All right, let's get that. Beautiful. All right, so and I always have to look this up. Actually, let's do it over here because I've no. Python virtual. I always forget how to set up a virtual environment, and I need to when I'm installing these things. Python 3. Python 3-m vn dumper. All right, and then source. Let's actually read that. All right. Oh, this is a thing. You'll need to activate it. Did I get into my virtual environment? No, I didn't. Dumper. Bin. All right. Hey, Fokiller. Nice seeing you here. And thanks for the kind words. It's very, very nice of you to be saying those things. All right, so now let's do this. All right. Okay. Pip install requirements. Then we go Python 3. Git dumper. What if we just do pip install git? Is it underscore dumper or git dash dumper? Dash. All right, so then we go http dev.linkvortex.htb. Wait, does that, where is that doing? What is this doing? Oh, output directory. Whoops. Home, Kali, HTTP, link, vortex. So here we might be able to find something useful for us. All right, so let's just open code here. All right. So, file. So I already know that it's running in a Docker container. Go away. That. Okay, that's the admin app. This has given us pretty much everything. What is this? We have a password there. That might be. So we have a password here. This is super safe. That might work. Let's see if there's anything else here. It's a lot. All right, we try this. Do we have any other? All right, so we have password. Let's make a list of these. So we have this is super safe. This is super safe. You have this one. This is super safe, seems like. And we have this one. Have that. Yeah, so that's all we're doing, writing correct notes for everything that we find. So I think that's it in terms of the passwords. All right, we can give that a go. We'll put that over here so we can see it. All right. Let's go back to the login page. Admin at linkvortex.htb. Try our first one. Apparently I need to, what? No. "26 minutes, no way. Do I just disconnect my VPN? And just hope that it allocates me a different IP address. Just keeps giving me the same one. Ugh. Yep, my IP did get banned. I'm trying to see if I can get my what's it called? VPN thing changed. Just give me a second. I'm gonna get myself a new VPN back. Because that's stupid. Yeah, there's someone else on the machine, so I didn't want to reset it if they... So like, it's not broken, it's me. Just copying over my VPN file. Alright, so that's a different IP address. Spawn this machine. It's taking a while. I don't reset my machine for every box. Yeah. So I just have one VM that does it all. Yeah, I just find it too messy and I don't have enough time to sit down and reset my VM every time. All right, so we know that that password is incorrect. There we go. We have a password. So it was Octopi Folky Pilfer 45. So now that we have username and password, we can actually get this proof of concept. So let's copy this here. All right, so cd poc vim ghost arbitrary file read.sh. All right. chmod plus x. All right, so that will give us, oh, I need to change this to our machine. Link vortex.htb. And I think that's it. -u admin at and then password. That was funny. And our password was this one. All right. Sage.authorized keys. So what would we want to see? What is a file that we can see? That says it needs, don't need that, don't need that anymore. All that, don't need that, all right. Yeah, it might be that it's not right. I mean, we can check by going to pages. Oh no, that's... User activity. because it did work. I'm just, is there a arbitrary file read POC? Let's try this one because this might be. It might work better. Yeah, it might not need it. That's, I should have checked that first. Oh well. -H. There we go. So we got it. All right. So that. Dang it. I hate these like shells where you can't actually see anything. Alright, what would we want to get? Anyone got any suggestions of what we'd want to get? Sure. Do we get this again? Can we pull the what's it called? The database? Oh yeah, Docker file. This kind of thing. Sorry about that. Just had sneezes. Man. Can I... No, I don't want that. All right, so maybe we can look at the... Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what would I be looking for in production that, you know, they would have. I'm just trying to think, like, where it's this, we've got that. No, none of this is going to be helpful. Is there a way to get this? So if we go var www html ghost, why does it do that? Yeah. Or maybe this. Maybe that's my issue. Thank you. Oh man. Sometimes you just need to talk things through, right? So we have this here. We have a username and a password. Yeah, this is going to be it, surely. Let's do this. So if we go Bob Vortex, boom, we got in. Nice, nice, good job, guys. Thank you. All right. Thinker, man. That's why I need you guys. That's why I need you guys. You help me think things through. I've seriously learned so much by just streaming and like talking things out loud. That's the most amazing. I'm going to submit this flag. But to do that, I am not allowed to show it on stream. Boom. There we go. What are we going to rate this at? I reckon this is like not too easy because it had several steps. You had to like get the Git file and then find the password. And then from there you had to log in, do the CVE, and then figure out that the Docker file had the thing. So I'm going to put that as like a... show me so I can cheat on the machine. Not too easy. It might not work, honestly, because like they've got the dynamic flag thing now. So let's look at our environment. Nothing too crazy. What else do we have? We have a couple of internal things, which I imagine are all have to do with the Ghost CMS thing. What's that? Oh, I was just thinking, what was that? Oh. All right, so we can use this to escalate our privileges, probably. So let's have a look at this. All right, so I reckon we could probably just add a line to the bottom of this, unless no, so we can't add a line. We have to use what we've got. Jeez, this is hurting my brain already. All right, so if check content. What's this? So we can't read. So if I did this, yeah. Furcular, like honestly, I struggle with the same thing all the time. When I'm not on stream and I try to do boxes on my own, it's honestly a struggle. Touch test.png. That work? You know what, let's go into there. Symlink. Symlink. Privilege. Can I reshow the Symlink file? Yeah, sure. So this is the file that we're going to use. So what I think this is going to do is this cleans up our exploit file. This is probably the cleanup script for that. So what if we just check GTFO bins? Is test on here? What else is on there? Yeah, I think it isn't linked to anything. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. We've got a couple of files. So if we ran this beast, okay. So those got moved. So what I need to do I need to what's this? Links. Question is, I'm going to copy this because I don't need to see it. Get rid of that crap. Okay, so we're using echo here. Thanks, Hanky. I appreciate it. Not that much sleep is the big killer here. I'm actually fine. I get this nose stuff occasionally, so. But thanks for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. All right, so what happens? ls so it just goes into nothingness. If long doesn't equal PNG, then you need to be that. If test link was that? Have a good week. Okay, so I think, you know, we need to do how to make symlink. So if I okay, let's go to ln-s test, and we want that to be root. Actually, we might even be able to do this. Let's do I need to have a real file? This is killing me, man. I think I'm gonna have to get some help on this. Yeah, I'm gonna need help because I don't think I'm gonna be able to figure this out. Link vortex priv esc. All right, so we have our thing here. In the post-exploitation enumeration phase, we find the pseudo privileges to run the file as root without a password. So note in sudo-l output that we can keep the check content environment variable when invoking the command. Oh, I didn't even see that. So -l, flip. Check content. Okay, so sudo check content. What was that? All right. Note the error output from the script on line 25. This is because on line 25 the check content variable is not wrapped in quotes like this and is therefore treated like a command by the bash interpreter. Interesting. So it actually has nothing to do with the actual thing that's running, but this what's it called? This setting here, check content, because it gets run by bash. Line 25, if check content, then that. All right, so let's echo test.text test.text png. All right, so we have our test.png there. -l again, because I want to copy this. And then what do we need to do? We need to set check content equals what do I need to set it as? Bash -ip. There we go. And we become root. Cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. There we go. So, but my question is, how did they okay, so environment keeps whatever environment variable. Check content Yeah, so check content. Here we go. I'll bring it over here. So we go through the script here. It gets processed here, but the check content thing gets finished processed here. If check content exists, then it will go through here. So it executes here. So I could put whatever in that command here. So does that work? No, it doesn't work. But do I need to have files there? Yeah, so I need to actually specify that I'm using check content like that, but I need to have the files created. So I can't just set my environment variable and then do it. I have to do this. Cool. That was a cool machine. Yeah, cool. I like that. That was an interesting privilege escalation. I like when they do like pseudo vulnerabilities that are out of the box thinking. And that was definitely one of those out of the box thinking. I would never have picked that up, the check content thing. Now you know. Now I know. Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining me, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you next Monday night. Again, we will tackle another machine. Let me know in the comments if there's a machine you want me to try. At the moment, I'm only confident at doing like easy mediums machines, but yeah, we'll give it all a go. Yeah, so thanks for coming and joining. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share the channel with someone else who you know is interested in hacking content, and I will see you next week.